Everyone stick with us versus herd. If it's your first time here with the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications from when we go live, tap the bell. I go live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before market open. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, links are below in the description to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. Right now, if you're here, say what up, say good morning. Right now, the S&Ps are up 48, Dow's up 379, NASDAQ up 211. They're definitely going to be pounding shorts here. It's just crazy. What's going on? Ray Scott, Jose, Alan, Jeff, Sarah, Jack, Daniel, Pauletta, Y, Gabriel, Sunscrave, what's going on? Everything gapped. And I don't know if you guys watched my video from last night. I haven't posted a video for Sunday night in a long time. I used to do it every week, but then I kind of took Sundays to kind of chill. But I posted a video last night kind of talking about certain levels that we're at and until the end. Why? I know I got your comment. Thanks, man. Blazing Bob. Crazy username. Anyways, right now, I didn't know what was going to happen. So last night when I did the video, we already gapped up. Like NASDAQ was up like 40 points or so, and Dow was up 100, 150. And now, with the Dow up 370, NASDAQ up 206, we're definitely gapping up above the levels that, we were thinking of. So Q's 276 right now, it really needed to clear like the 274 areas back above the 50-day. Now there is some resistance here at 280, right? So here's the thing that I'm thinking of. Okay, so we have a reversal confirmed. The question is we had some resistance here at like 273, which we're technically clear right now if it stays above this level at open. Now, obviously this thing could flush. Who knows? But 280, we also have some more resistance here for the Q. So, we're at 276. We still have to clear the 280. So for me, like I was saying last night, I'm going to be mostly day trading because swing trading is probably a little bit unpredictable right now. We do have the presidential debate tomorrow. As you guys can see, the presidential or the political news is starting to ramp up. Starting yesterday, we had the Trump taxes, and then Trump was saying Biden needs to take a drug test, and things are gonna heat up here for the election. Now, whether that's good or bad for the stock market, it's yet to be determined because we don't know how the stock market is pricing in. Obviously, right now, I think the market's probably pricing in a Trump re-election, but you never know. You never know with these things. SPY, same thing. It really needed to clear the 333. Now it's between the 10-day and the 50-day. So, to get above the 50-day needs to clear 334. There is definitely some resistance at the 340, 341 area. So on SPY, that's kind of what I'm watching are these levels right now. Still wish Rogan was the host for the debate. Yeah, that would have been pretty amazing, actually. Kind of do like an unconventional podcast / debate. Yeah, Joe Rogan. He asks some. He does his research. He asks really great questions. There's a reason why he's at the top of that list. It's like Daniel Salyers, how you doing? If you're just joining, say what up. If you guys could do me a favor, hit the like button. Definitely appreciate it. One thing that also happened this morning, Boeing got an upgrade. So Boeing at 161. I don't know if anyone's been trading Boeing. Obviously Boeing's struggling and continues to struggle, but they got an upgrade this morning. They've been kind of just drifting lower, and then when we had this intense selling, it's obviously, I wouldn't say it moved like a ton. It did come down from the 180s down to the 140s. I guess that's pretty big. From 180 to 140, that's pretty big. I guess in the scope of things, it doesn't look that big. But if we zero in the last few months, I mean, it's pretty big. The thing is, a 200 moving day is just like so high. It's like it's not doing that. It's not doing the candles justice, I don't think, because of the 200 moving day in here. But over the last month, this thing has been using the 50-day as resistance. So it could definitely come back up to like the 168, 170 level. Will it hold? I'm leaning on probably not, but you never know. Boeing did land a contract last week from the government for like $2 billion, and then they got an upgrade. But usually these are a sell the news events for Boeing. If anyone's trading Boeing. Thoughts on space upgrade? So let's see here. Let's see what the stock price doing. Yeah, I mean it's been kind of drifting in this area for quite some time, just kind of pinging back and forth. I mean, I think that is building some solid consolidation around here, probably around 17 to 18 solid consolidation. So it's not like out of zone. I don't think that it's like a lot of people get really excited and it's going ramp. I mean, it's below the 50-day. It's above the 200-day. I mean, it's getting squeezy in here. So eventually the 200-day and the 50-day are going to cross over, like they did. Oh, you can't see that. Hold on. Let me. Like they did back in back in January. I don't know why I froze right there. Back in January. So eventually, we're getting a pretty tight range here. So I think that I like the consolidation here. I don't know when it's going to pop. Like this pop, pre-earnings pop was straight sold off. The earnings before that didn't do anything. This earnings didn't do anything. It's back to where it was pre-earnings. So I don't think that it's going to immediately skyrocket to 30 or 40 like people want to. As you guys know, like the stock market back in January got really carried away in early January, right before the pandemic. I mean, we were just in January, like every day was green. Like no matter what you did, every single day was green. So, and you can kind of see like even back in a couple weeks ago, SPY every day was green. A few weeks ago, like a month ago, every day was green, and we got way carried away. And we had a little bit of a reset. And now are we going back to bullish all-time highs? I guess we'll see. We're going to break some levels, but that's kind of what I think about space. Waking up to this much green is kind of scary. Yeah, I mean, like the major gap downs, huge gap ups pre-market are a little bit worrisome, where it's like, okay, how much juice is there left to squeeze out of today? Now, sure, Dow can go up 500 points, 1,000 points. NASDAQ can go up 400 points, 300 points. But the question is, will it at this point? Where does SPY need to close to stay close to bullish? I mean, if it closed here, there definitely would be a trend reversal. Now, can it clear the 335 and 340 level? See, unlike back in here, like if you're looking back in here, we didn't really have any resistance for the last couple months. We just kept breaking. And most times when you're breaking, what people do when you're breaking all-time highs is they keep shorting all-time highs. But when it makes a new all-time high, it's most likely going to make another all-time high, right? And people kept shorting, and then they're like, oh, I told you so, I told you so, I told you so. Right. Meanwhile, they're getting the squeeze. Now, a lot of people are piled in short. And any rip up is going to squeeze shorts and probably going to set us back up to all-time highs if, really that many people are loaded in. We'll see if the writing's on the wall. We'll see. But, the range definitely is tight. We were riding we definitely are riding a downtrend in here. Now, back in here, I mean, it's pretty similar. Look at what happened here. Okay, we were riding up, and then we had a major reset, dropped, and then we were coasting on down. It, however, got saved by the 200-day moving average. This time we did not touch the 200-day moving average. We did coast below the 50-day, which obviously is bearish, but now we can cross back up over to the upside. So, just because we were leaning towards the downside doesn't mean it can't reverse. And can it have a major pop before heading back down again? Absolutely. But, for right now, if it maintains above like the 333, 335 level, I mean, it's still pretty bullish. Yo, Rodney, what is going on? Frank, if you're just joining us, say what up. Etsy. Yeah, Etsy's I think has been a little tough. Now, it likes the 110 level. It really, really does. It likes 110. You know, it's coasted below, came back up. It's coasted above, came back down. I mean, it's holding. It's technically like a Corona safe stock where, you know, due to e-commerce. So right now for Etsy, it's at 120. This is where it's been getting rejected. So I would be like, for me, I would be definitely very careful. So knowing it's got rejected here, it could definitely clear it and go to 130, but you need to tread lightly because this could easily sell off. As you can kind of see, it's been up in these areas before, coasted on down, and even I would say on Friday, even though we had a huge day, it really took its time. Like Etsy, really, even though look at the market, SPYs moving up, Qs were moving up all day Friday, and this thing couldn't pop until the afternoon, like noon, you know? So I would be careful. Would you ever work at a hedge fund? I don't know. I mean, I kind of like my freedom and low stress, but I guess never say never. Never say never. Apple. So I know a lot of people are trading Apple right now. I mean, this was definitely not looking good. Now, there was obviously a couple things that I was looking at is, okay, we definitely have a downtrend. It's right in the 10-day down. It's below the 50-day. But right in here, is it going to recover? Is this a bottom? And every time it bottomed out here at 105, got bought up, and for the last 2 times. So we technically had kind of like a double bottom here at 105. Thought maybe potentially it could fill this gap, because we know that Apple got quite a bit carried away with all the stock split, and retail went nuts. You know what I mean? Like everybody was buying Apple stock, like everybody. And I wonder in all of this, how many people still actually have their shares and if they got shook out. I mean, you're not going to be buying Apple stock to get rich quick. So I don't really know what people are thinking. But if you're long-term holding Apple, who cares what happens to it, right? So right now on Friday, it did close. It closed. We'll zoom in. It closed right above the 50-day, closed above the 10-day. So pretty, still bullish. Had a tendency to get it could have definitely got rejected right in here. Right now we're at 114, so I'm not saying we're out of the woods yet, but it is looking like a recovery is on the way. Retail doesn't know Apple doesn't explode daily. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Apple. I mean, with almost a $2 trillion or over $1 trillion market cap. I mean, how many times is it going to double or triple? You know what I mean? Like that quickly. I'm not saying Apple can't go up 100% in the next year or so. It could definitely. But here goes Boeing already playing its games. Yo, Clarence, what's going on? What's going on? So Apple obviously is a leader in the tech space because if you look at like Microsoft right now, Microsoft got pounded. It's at 211. It's right now back above the 50-day. So Microsoft was the first one to go below the 50-day. It got some really aggressive selling. It even came down to like the 196 area, 195. And I was like, man, poor Microsoft does not deserve this. Microsoft does not deserve this. And it was, building some consolidation here. Now, it looks like it could reverse here again. It's looking like a reverse, but it could definitely be some more chop. We could literally just chop, like resistance could be like 215, 218 on Microsoft, and the bottom could be 220 or 200 like support down here. We could just chop like this, and that's why for me, I'm going to be scaling back my swing trading positions and mostly focus on day trade because I think right now the market is a little bit unpredictable, especially if you're trading a stock like Microsoft. I feel like we're just going to get a lot of chop here up until the election. And, you don't want to, yes, we're going to have red days, we're going to have green days and everything in between, flat days or whatever. But, you don't want to get your account chewed up due to chop. Like, chop is the account killer. You think we're going up, then we head down, then you think we're going down, then we head up. So chop is going to kill your account. It's going to kill your account. Why most of the stock gap up, not NKLA. Bro, Tom, NKLA is I mean, the fact that it's not down more is amazing. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that NKLA is not down more. Like, if this were any other stock, it would be $3 right now. $3. But no. No. How do you keep the Ponzi scheme going? You get fresh money. Get fresh money. Yo, Rob, welcome back, man. Hope you're doing well. UONE? Frank? I don't know. What is UONE? I've never heard of it. Oh, it's just a penny stock. Oh, Urban One Inc. Yeah, I've never heard of this company. I mean, so it's at 690. I mean, you got some resistance up here. I mean, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. I mean, could it squeeze? Absolutely. Could definitely squeeze, but I don't really know anything about this company, so I can't really comment. PLL, Sarah, inked a deal with Tesla. What do these guys do? Whew. Oh, lithium. Oh, it's not an American company. It's an ADR. So just shares. Yeah, you could. It's at. Why can't I go back more? I don't understand. It's weird. It's weird the date, like the. I have the 5-day chart here. I don't understand why I can't. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, that thing's to the moon. If it closed at 11, it's at 35. Kind of missed the boat on that. Target, Johnny. Target's looking good, and I was saying this a couple weeks ago. I was like, man, this thing is just not going down. I thought we were going to get a gap fill here for sure. We did not get a gap fill. Tapped, double bottomed at 145, pushed up. Now it's going to push all-time highs at 156. What's the last price? So right now it is sitting at all-time highs. It did hit 156.75. So, the question is, can these stocks hold? Are there buyers up here? Is new money going to be coming in? Are people going to be snatching these up? That's what I'm kind of interested to see is like, okay, who's going to be buying up here ahead of the election? And that's why, I mean, I could be wrong, but that's why I feel like we're just going to get a bunch of chop. Can't wait for NKLA to get 30 to 35 so I can short the Future Hebos, what's going on? If you're just joining, say what up. If you guys can do me a favor, hit the like button. It helps the live streams out. Let's look at Tesla, John Tesla. And Tesla. So Tesla, I mean, it's up like 75 points from just 2 days ago. And I'm on that blue. Thanks, Rob. Now, Tesla, obviously is breaking some hearts. You know what I mean? Like, battery day wasn't what they thought it was going to be. And, Elon Musk wasn't their cheerleader that day. And, even for me, I lost a bit of money due to Tesla. And obviously, that's my fault. You fess up. When you make a mistake, you can't be like, oh, it's Elon's fault that, he didn't blah, blah, blah. It's like, bro, you put the trade on. It's your fault. Assume responsibility for the risk that you put on. If you can't handle it, and you lose on it and you cry like a little baby, then maybe trading's not for you. Put on the big boy pants, commit to the trade, and if you don't like it, take the trade off. What's the deal? So, sorry, a little bit harsh, but Tesla, yeah, I like it. Tapped the 50-day back on November 8th, September 8th. What am I saying? November, September 8th. Tapped the 50-day again, reversed, and now we're above the 10-day. This is epic. Now we do have to clear 450. So we'll see. It's my account. I'll cry if I want to. Johnny, no crying allowed. No crying. If you're rotating out of tech, where do you focus on? I like to focus. The things that I like to trade. I like to trade tech. As you guys know, I primarily focus on tech, and then I like to trade financials. But I do like DKNG. I like to trade DKNG and those type of stocks too. So, if I need a break from tech, I'll be looking at DKNG. I'll be looking at cloud-based stocks, which I guess is kind of tech. But like Zoom and Zoom and DocuSign and Peloton, I kind of put them in the Corona category. So I kind of shift there. But I do like a tap. This definitely is reversing up in here. So if it can hold, the question is, can the market hold this gap up? Can it hold here? What do you guys think? Can it hold? Will it hold? Will we continue to go up, or do you think we're just gonna, be up today, down tomorrow type of scenario? Easy come, easy go. You would cry if it happened to you. A lot of things have happened to me, Blazing Bob, and I take full responsibility for my actions. Walmart. Walmart is tied in with that TikTok deal news. I do like Walmart. I think they're going to be posting some good numbers for Walmart Plus whenever they decide to release those Walmart Plus numbers. No idea when, but right now, Walmart is just chopping right here. It's probably going to go up, but the question is when. That's the question. Market was oversold last week. Can go higher. Trading longer DTEs this period. Exactly. It's your own fault if you get caught bag holding on the way down. Shares or options. Yeah, if you're bag holding, it's your fault anyways. Up or down. And that's I think the most challenging thing about options is not that you're wrong. It's about getting the timing. It's like, if you're not for Walmart, it's like, okay, it's gonna go up. Question is when. And how much money do you want to spend to put on this trade to believe in it? And that's really where it's at. Obviously, if you're in 2021, 2022, 2023 expiration for Walmart, you're probably safe. But if you're trading Walmart, Amazon probably going to ramp up before the holidays. Amazon. I was thinking, okay, this is probably a dip buy into the holidays. Right now, it's at 31.50. It's right below. It's still in chop mode right in here. It's still in an area of chop. So this could easily, as we've seen, gap down below 3,000 still. But ahead of the holidays, we know Amazon's going to get a major push. We also have for Amazon Prime Day is coming in October. So like I said last week, I think Amazon is probably a dip buy in here if you're trading out some longer out expirations. Yeah, go with the November's blazing. That's probably a safer bet. FedEx, Richard. Let's look at FedEx. Let's look at it. FedEx is probably going to have a big holiday season too. They're doing really well. They're just riding the 10-day straight up. This has been a somewhat predictable stock right in here. So right now it's at 254, 255 area, gapping up. And like I said, let's see what happens at opens and how the market digests this. You know, if it comes back to 250, bounces might be a good play there. But you know, right now FedEx is just a dip buy opportunity. You don't want to chase. You just want to capture. You know, you just want to keep dip buying that. That's all this is. I mean, it didn't even sell off during the sell off here. I mean, it was ridiculous. Kept going up. Goldman Sachs. Yeah, Goldman Sachs is interesting. So it's at 198 right now. I mean, Goldman Sachs really broke down here. I mean, it was holding around the 200 area. Then it just kept going down. Obviously, it's up this morning. 197.50. However, I don't necessarily trust it. You know, it's still in bearish. Anything below 200, definitely in bearish territory. Definitely needs to get above 200, 205 area to be a little bit bullish. And it's just, but the thing is, it's been consolidating in here. It's been a little choppy. There's the ups and downs. You know, it's been a pretty good range bound stock to trade. But below 200, you just want to be really careful about it. I mean, it could bounce like a back in here, bounce 190, ran up to 224. You know, that was for earnings. Actually made some money on earnings for that last quarter. You know, and right now we're kind of in a period where there's not going to be a lot of news because there's not a lot of earnings, but we can start looking forward to the trading pre-earnings and kind of see if there's any pre-earnings runners. So that's what I want to be concentrating on, is like what stocks are going to run pre-earnings that were a little bit oversold. Start looking for those for good opportunities. All right, market's opening in 2 minutes. We still have the S&P's up 44, Dow's up 348, NASDAQ up 208. So we'll see what happens. Manchild feels like we're going to come back to the low 320s, then back up. Okay. GS red candles coming. Yeah. I mean, that's the scary part. Like, I think right now the scary part for this gap up is like, okay, we could easily flush here. You know, Peloton's red. Let's take a look. Oof. Yeah, I mean, it's having some trouble up here. I mean, it's definitely bullish, but it's topping out here right under 100. What's Zoom doing? Where's some of these? I mean, Zoom's gapping up, but I wouldn't say it's particularly huge. I would expect a bigger gap up out of Zoom on a day like today. What's Docu doing? Not good. It's barely up. But DocuSign has been range bound. Other than this earnings popped up due to the cloud stocks, I mean, it's been range bound like crazy for the last 3-4 months here. It's just been chilling right at 200, 220, 200, 220. So under 200, buy. Above 220, be careful. I'm not saying short Docu because you could definitely get squeezed out, but looking like under 200. Under 200 is the buy zone. AMD, what's AMD doing this morning? AMD's gapping up as well. But again, AMD's just been chopping between 75 and 80. Range is getting real tight in here. Real tight. I think we break to the upside, but so far it's not happening. All right, market just opened up. Again, S&P's up pretty big. Dow, I mean, everything's up. Everything's up. All right. Let's see where the market is doing here. Q's coming down a little bit off their highs. They're at 275. SPY's at 333. Tesla chilling. Oh, NVIDIA. Forgot about NVIDIA. NVIDIA is coming down a little bit, but NVIDIA is in rejection territory right here. Like the 430, 425 area definitely has some difficulties here. So AMD, I think, is going to squeeze to the upside, but I don't know when. Jonathan. But NVIDIA if we can clear this area, like everything just seems to be stuck in a range, you know? Like no matter what you're in, it's like it's stuck in a range. Everyone's like, hurry, take profits. And Dow's up 410 now? Whew. Crazy. Shopify. Okay. Shopify has been, they've been chopping around 900 to 950. And it was definitely in bear territory right in here. However, obviously you want to pay attention. It's definitely bounced at 900 before, ripped up to 1,000 or 1,100. It does have that strength, but for Shopify, the stock market, it needs momentum to propel it in a direction. Just gapping up isn't going to provide it momentum intraday. Like we have a full trading day ahead. Like I think that's the scary part is like, okay, from here at this gap up, like where do we go? Are we going to go higher? Are we going to stay the same? Are we just going to be chopping? That's the question I have right now is like, where is the momentum going to be intraday? Now we could just sit here, like the stock market could just sit here and we could just be chilling, or we could do something. Obviously, I don't want it to sit here because I'm looking for a day trade. But it looks like Shopify is giving up its gains here relatively easily. How's Domino's on a green day like this? You got Domino's red. Domino's is red, down $1. It's had a good run. Domino's. No doubt. Yeah, the Corona stock. Oh, Peloton. Yikes. That is not good. Wow. On the 1 year it doesn't look that bad, but if you're day trading this, you're like, holy smokes. Like what is going on here? Yeah, I think today is going to be interesting. So I'm just checking my messages here. My phone blowing up. Square 160. Anybody trade Square? That's nice. Square had a really nice recovery here. It actually, it maintained bullish trends even during the sell-off. Really nice. I think this is going to push all-time highs if the market lets it. INO's down heavy. Oh man. Yeah, that's like the scary thing about trading pharma. And this is why I tend to not trade pharma, because things like this happen all of a sudden. You think you're safe and you're not safe. But looking at the chart, it's wild. It's wild. This has gone from single digits back up to double digits. Now it's back down to single digits. And how do you trade this? How do you? People are like, oh yeah, look at this bull flag forming, and then they're like, oh, let's gap it down 5 points, 6 points, you can't do technical analysis or anything like this. Seeing a lot of SPY puts. Yeah, of course bears are going to try coming up on resistance here. Squeezing shorts just adds more fuel to the fire, Gold's up 13. That's actually pretty good. Gold last night was really struggling. Came all the way down to the 1850 area, and then we had a major bounce, which is definitely helping our situation right now. So it's 1880. Can gold catch a bounce here? Back up above 1900? Guess we'll see. Yo, Emil, what's going on? CMG, a rule? Yeah, let's look at it. We did talk about Zoom and FedEx. What's FedEx doing, though? FedEx pushing up? Yeah. CMG, it did get ripped a new one, but again, it was using the 50-day as a guide. Now it's bouncing back to the upside. However, I mean, the bounce today, I would say, is not that strong. We'll see what happens. I mean, there's a lot. I think there's a lot riding on today. Yo, Mill, congrats, man. Up 1K on space. Nice. You take advantage of that upgrade. Yeah, I mean, this is what are the airlines doing right now? Are the airlines gapping up? Delta, I would probably, like, for me, I'd probably fade this. I'd probably fade this Delta gap up. Me personally. And this chart's a mess. UAL, let's see what the airlines. Yeah, I think I'd want to short these a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see. Qs are coming down. What's Apple doing right now? Apple, you gonna give it back? I mean, what's going on here? Markets Digest. Wow, Square pumped to 162, 163. That is nuts. We got to run away here. Yeah, Tesla's not doing so hot. Square is looking nice. I don't know. I feel like we got some sellers here, but we'll see. DKNG popped to 55 area. DKNG just right at the top of the range here. Definitely looks like it could pump hard. I mean, 47.50 was the buy. Man. Yeah, are they going to fade this or what's going on? Are bulls strong enough here? Just sold my Tesla calls for 1,800 profit. I'm done for the day. Yo, Aaron, congrats, man. Apple. Yeah, the market is just like... Good. I'm short pen. I want to see 62. Nothing less. I'm short pen. I like DKNG for a long, but I don't like pen. I don't like pen for a long. Pen, I think, comes back down to 60. Obviously, my opinion, not investment advice. Take it as you want, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. What's today? So also what's interesting this week is September is coming to a close. So we do have on Thursday, the start of a new month on Thursday. So we're going to have October 1st on Thursday. So the question is, what's October going to bring us? Are we going to, leading up to the election, are we going to be having a green month, red month? What do you guys think? October is going to be green or red? I mean, obviously September was bloody, like September, and we do know that the market's going to try to make some runs before the close, but can the market hold on? Can the market turn green for the month? October's chop. Yeah, I agree. Chop, chop, chop. But yeah, I mean, like, no matter if the market gaps up or gaps down, like, every open has pretty much been the same, where we just, like, sit here and we're like, okay, are you going to make a move to which side? You don't want to get run over here. Sarah's got run on her mind here. So, yeah, I mean, wow. Yeah, this is a really nice chart. I mean, it's a little bit, for me, it's a little bit extended from the 10-day right now, so I'd like to see some pullback maybe down to the 65 area, but other than that, keep on pushing. The fact that this was 56 and now it's 70, I mean, that's crazy. VIX looks like it wants to take off. Yeah, let's see. What are you going to do? Yeah, it's gearing up. VXX, we got VIX. VIX is green. VXX is green. Who's going to win the battle here, guys? Bulls or Bears? Like, we're on the fence. I mean, it's barely green. It's only up 1%, but the fact that VIX and VXX are green right now and we're not moving, I mean, something's going to happen. Jay Powell's going to win. As Nick speaks a pen, everyone buys. Yo, David, I said I'm short. I'm short pen. No one's listening to me, man. I promise you that. VSLR is up 900% this year. Dang. Short pen because Portnoy is dope. Yeah, I mean, I don't think people realize this, but the amount of money that Dave has to spend in the market is just like his play money. You know what I mean? Like being up 100K, down 200K, whatever. It is what it is. Now, if Dave lost 10 mil, he'd care. But up or down 100K, I mean, whatever. It's like, you or me being down $100. Like, we're like, well, whatever. Up made $100. Like, doesn't really care. But people look at the numbers and, I mean, he almost got killed in the stock market and then made it all back. So you got to give it to him. But, I don't know. I don't necessarily think he does any sort of analysis. You know what I mean? Like I think he just is like, I mean, he's gonna be super rich. Like he's gonna be super rich based on Barstool Sportsbook. He'll be fine. At the end of the day, he's gonna be fine. If he lost $1 million in the stock market, he'll be fine. What was this tweet? There was this tweet from this trader I follow. Let me see. It was hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Here. So there was this tweet over the weekend. This guy is saying, I've seen too many traders make 50 million plus only to wind up broke and homeless. Like, think about this. And people think, oh, it's not going to happen to me, or it's not going to, like, we're at a lower level, of course, but he says, I'm not impressed with what a trader makes in a year or 10 years. Only real measure of success is what we have when we are done trading for active income. It is easier to make $1 million than keep it. So, like no matter what level you're at, you're always prone to losing it if you fall into that trap, like the fact that he's seen that many people get 50 million is crazy. Yeah. I mean, people that have been trading, they've been trading through, obviously, a lot of people traded through the 2000 tech boom, and then we had a lot of massive bull rallies. And, and there were a lot of traders that, like, in this last run here, turned, small amounts of money into 6 or 7 figures. And the question is, that's great and all, and you did it in a short time period, but are you going to keep that money? Are you going to keep it? You want to have longevity in the game. Like, who cares? Like he's saying, like, who cares? You make $50 million and end up broken homeless. Like, who cares? Like, who cares? Yo, Boeing looks like a short. Boeing looks like a short. Not saying a short Boeing, but looking like a short. Bro, where I come from, seeing someone get 50,000 would be like hitting the lottery. Yeah, man. Like, yeah, the question is, can you keep it? Looks like the market's about to fall off a cliff, though. Let's see if it saves it. BA will soar with the Eagles again. If I were to open a trade here, I would definitely try to trade it short. But I'm not going to open a trade right now. I'm going to kind of see where things level out here. We're still holding the gap up pretty good. Yo, Luke, take it easy, man. What time is it? It's at 8:46. Boeing will always look like a short. You guys are wild. Wild. He was betting 10 to 20K on Texas Tech on Saturday. Yeah, Bob. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't care, bro. I mean, and the amount of money that he's making, I don't know. I know Penn owns Sportsbook, but I wonder how much he's actually making off of Sportsbook and like all that he promotes. I mean, like that's his job. Like his job is to promote, you know? But I wouldn't be surprised, on Penn, as well as it's been doing, I wouldn't be surprised it gets shaken down out a little bit here. 55 looks like some support. I think it could come down to 6. I mean, I'm not asking for the stock to come back down to $3 or anything. I think it just needs to come down a little bit here. A little retracement. So that's what I'm looking at on Penn. Just a little retracement. That they try to squeeze. They try to squeeze on Friday. I shorted right around 68, 69. So I'm still chilling. Yeah, VXX coming down. I mean, we're like right now the market's like stuck. Market is not doing anything. Have you read about the Hindu report about Nikola? Yeah, I did. I mean, what is NKLA doing right now? Yeah, I mean, this thing is getting smashed, but I think, like, what is the puts at? Even for this week? Actually, not that. I mean, implied volatility is at 281, which makes sense, but, if you just want to sell calls, just sell calls, Yeah, Hank, I agree with you. If you don't want to buy puts, just sell call spreads. Just sell calls. I don't think I would sell naked calls on NKLA because you never know what's going to happen. I mean, yeah, you could sell naked calls on NKLA, but just be mindful. Something comes out, it could rip you a new one. Like this thing could go to 40 or 50, and you'd be like down a few grand. You don't want that. Unless you don't care about getting a sign or something. But I don't think you want to be messing with that. Better to do a spread. Yeah, everything is kind of coming down a little bit. Qs are coming down. Yeah, it's looking like a weak open. Are they going to slam this? That's the question. Microsoft is tanking. NVIDIA went red. Why is this chart not loading right? All right. NVIDIA faded its whole gap up. Told you guys, 520 is danger zone for NVIDIA. It's like watching a sports game right now. This is like, I'm on the edge of my seat like, okay, what's going to happen today? What are we doing? Luke, in the straddle we trust. Yeah, I think a straddle would be, a strangle would probably be good. Bullish or bearish, depending on which way you're leaning. Yeah, I mean, the market is having a hard time right now. Apple's coming down. Not saying it can't reverse, but geez. Let's see what our boy TLT's doing. Our boy TLT's waking up. TLT's trying to make a push to 165 right now. NVIDIA could be a put buying opportunity. Bad news on their chips over the weekend. Why? Because they sold out? What happened to Christopher? What happened to their chips? I need to look this up. I trade NVIDIA a lot. Gotta look this up. What is the news, bro? I don't see any. I'm looking up news. I don't see any news right now for the weekend. Let me know. What IV percentage do you look for when selling straddles, like being short? I mean, I like if I'm gonna be short premium, I like the weeklies to be above like 125, like 125%. Oh, some chips are defective. Oh man, and those chips were going for like what? 5 figures on eBay, bro. If you bought, I know one was like, one sold for like 70K, right? Of the 3080s. One sold for 70K. And what if it's defective? Like, how bad would that be? Because you can't like return it. Yo, I bet eBay would honor the buyer in that though. It'll probably be a software fix. All right, well that's okay. Yo, Boeing's faking you guys out. It's a double bottom right here. Look at that, and making a push higher. Look at that. Here you go. I'm not trading Boeing right now, but I'm just like, I'm amazed at what this stock can do in terms of like trying to trick you out in the direction it's going. Alienware 39s are available now for like 5 to 6K. Yo, like I don't know why you want to pay that much for like, unless you're, you know, some top streamer on Twitch or something. Like, there's no need for it. Yeah, Sleeping Elephant, I agree with you. It's just amazing that BA calls are incoming. All right, TLT's waking up a little bit. VXX does look a little bullish here. It looks like it could pop up, but we'll see. I mean, the market, I mean, we're moving at a snail's pace here. Yeah, what are the banks doing? Goldman Sachs up $4. Bank of America, it's up 2%, almost 3%. JP Morgan lagging a little bit. Now, JP Morgan, man, JP Morgan looking rough. I mean, I think it could pop to 100, but man, that was brutal. That was brutal. Banks got hit hard. Yeah, Nvidia just nose diving here. Came all the way down to 510. I don't think I would catch the knife. Don't catch it. This opens like a little weak. Tesla's moving a little bit down. And Twitter sold off pretty hard last couple days. I'm trying to make a run up, but it's just not looking good. And I think I think this week is going to be hard. I mean, I think get your day trades in, keep your overnight risk low, and, you know, it's all you can really do right now. Because this market right now is a literal coin flip. AMD is red too. AMD popped all the way down. Where's I think I gotta clean my watch list a little bit. It's getting a little out of control. Zoom, what's Zoom doing? Zoom is fighting. Zoom is fighting the gap up here. A little choppy right now. So we're not getting like thick red candles, but we're not like really getting any green candles either on the 15-minute for SPY and the Qs. Man. Alibaba pushed up nice though. Like I was watching this dip here. I'm like, okay, is it going to break out? And still hasn't really broken out above 280 area. But I mean, this was a nice ramp from 264 to 278. This is what I love to see from Alibaba. That's the type of chart you like. You know, I used to trade Alibaba a lot, and I want to trade Alibaba. I just get so concerned about the fall in U.S.-China news. Like, I hate that. I hate the trade war. Like, I cannot stand that type of news because it's so flaky, and none of it is like, it's always like he say, she say. It's never, it's like, oh, a source told us this or a source told that. Like, who's telling who? Like, you guys just make up articles at some point regarding the trade war to, you know, and maybe the White House is leaking stuff or maybe China's leaking stuff to kind of help negotiate. I mean, you don't think they're using the media to help negotiate this deal? I mean, Boeing, major news, 737 MAX ready to be tested. Yeah, they were saying that last week that was going to be ahead of schedule. I wonder if it's going to pass or fail. I'm not going to trade the event. I'll wait for the data to come out. I'll wait for the data to come out. I mean, I think trading events right now is it's tough. It's tough to say. But man, they're laying into. See, let's see if so Qs. We're back above the 50-day. Could definitely pop. We could pop up here, but I mean, I think it's interesting. We're really not going anywhere. Microsoft sold off, but it's chilling. Is it gonna drop into the 207 area? Apple barely hanging on here. It's only up $1. Google, on the other hand, I mean, is probably a good short. I mean, it's just Google will pop. I'm thinking it's going to come down to lower 1400s, but I mean, we'll see. But I mean, Google got obliterated. And is it red on the year? No, it's green on the year, but not by a lot. Google definitely not performing. Just made 1K shorting NKLA. Yo, Red Dust, congrats, man. Congrats. Nice work on that. So I got to pop off here, guys. You guys have a great day. Don't get yourself into trouble. Stay safe. Stay green. It's us versus herd.